susunod na programa ay rated G. Ito ay pwede sa lahat ng manonood.
Ang mga atoms ay napakahalagang istruktura na bumubuo sa lahat ng bagay sa mundo. Ang mga atoms ay nasa ating mga katawan at nagbubuklod sila upang bumuo ng molecules. Tatlong philosopher daw ang di umano nag-ambag ng kani-kanilang mga teorya, karanasan, paniniwala sa atom, its structure, and its development. Halina't kilalanin natin ang tatlong philosophers na ito sa likod ng atomic theory. Ang tatlong philosophers na ito ay may kani-kaniyang natuklasan tungkol sa atom. Bagamat malaki din ang kanilang naging kontribusyon sa ating mundo, mapa-chemistry, experiments at test. Nakatulong ang pag-discover nila sa atom kaya hanggang ngayon, mas kilala natin ang periodic table of elements. Sa pag-aaral ng siyensya, kahit anong grade level o maging scientist man ay gumagamit pa rin ng periodic table para maklasify ang bawat elements at ito'y nagiging guide ng mga mag-aaral at researchers upang maresolba ang problema sa iba't ibang bagay. Ang tanong, ano-ano nga ba naman ang nadiskubre o naitulong ng tatlong philosophers na madiskubre ang atom? Ano nga ba ang tatlong mahusay na philosophers na ito? Abangan sa aming pagbabalik.
An elementary school teacher recently went viral online after he posted photos of himself teaching math in his classroom to a senior citizen. Mr. Rodney Nicodemus, a math teacher of Bulwan Elementary School in Numancia, Aklan, posted on his Facebook account photos of him while teaching in his classroom. It's a one-of-kind face-to-face class as his student is the 79-years-old grandmother, Merlita Militar. Teacher Rodney captioned his October 27 Facebook post with the following: "I'm tutoring Lola in math so she in turn can teach her grandchildren. She's very eager." Lola Merlita admits she has difficulty helping her grandchildren with their module lessons, especially with math. She said this is because she wasn't able to finish school. The teacher also added that this is the second time that Lola Merlita has approached him to learn so that she can teach her grandkids. She approached me and asked if I can teach her again. This is the second time she asked if I can teach her math. Merlita admits she has difficulty helping her grandchildren with their module lesson, especially with math. She said this is because she wasn't able to finish school. Teacher Rodney, on the other hand, says that Lola Merlita is determined to learn math so she can teach her grandchildren as well. He says, so the topic she asked me to discuss us about subtraction of mixed numbers as she isn't familiar with it and cannot teach her grandchildren so she wants to learn. Netizen praise Teacher Rodney and Lola Merlita for their dedication and sacrifice for their learners. And that's it for our entertainment news. This is RG Molina. Have a great day, friends.
Oras na kaya? Kagutom? Mapagluto nga.
Hep, maglaki may chicken noodles na. Lutuin ng 3 minutes, sarap at init na sabaw mo, papa. Ikaw lang talaga, Lucky Me Chicken Noodles. Kung pipili ka, sa Lucky Me ka na. Lucky Me Noodles for only 10 pesos SRP. Available in all different sari-sari store.
Did you know that the skin is the largest part of the human body? The skin is also protects the germs from entering our body, but sometimes we lack protection so we get sick. Try this Bioderm soap. We need
it, especially in today's era.
Bioderm germicidal soap guards against microorganisms that cause illness and body odor. It coolness variants infused with mentholated crystals that leave a cooling sensation on the skin, and it gives 24-hour protection and it's safe to our skin.
IPI.
Hi girls! Pag heavy and sticky ang hair, nakaka-conscious. Worry no more! Just flip it. Try Palmolive Naturals Intensive Moisture Shampoo with its new advanced formula. It combines nature with science and gently cleans and moisturizes hair, leaving it magaan soft. Kaya we girls, just flip it. Have a great hair day!
Ngayon, kilalanin na ang ating mga mahuhusay na philosophers, mga kascience. Ito na talaga sila, ang ating mga mahuhusay at nagagwapuhang philosophers. Please welcome Mr. John Dalton, Mr. Amadeo Avogadro, Mr. Robert Brown. Kinagagalak po namin kayong makasama, makwentuhan, at makaaliwan. Greatest scientist of atoms.
Hello po mga ka-science, Miss Jessica Newton, magandang araw.
Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Magandang araw, Miss Jessica Neutron.
Magandang araw, Miss Jessica Newton. Kumusta? It's an honor to be part of KNJN. We're lucky to see a sexy version of Miss Jessica Newton.
Have a seat, Mr. Dalton, Mr. Avogadro, and Mr. Brown. Grabe, nakakababala kapag philosophers na ang kausap. Kayo muna po ang una kong interviewin, Mr. Dalton. Ang atom, ito ay na-discover ni Democritus, that all matter is made up of tiny particles. But then, you started to discover the atom behaviors and chemical numbers of the whole ratio of atoms. You are known for your purpose atomic theory. Not just that, isa ka rin pong meteorologist, school teacher, and the first scientist expert studied color blindness. Tama po ba, Mr. Dalton?
Exactly. But did you know, mga ka-science, that I am also colorblind as well as my sibling? Others may see an object as red, but then sa nakikita ko, it's just like a natural shade of light. And the color orange, I could just see it some blend of yellow and green. Of course, as a scientist na rin, inaalam ko talaga yung reason ng pagiging colorblind. And the reason is the aqueous humor, the eye liquid at the front, it bluish and filtered out colors. That's why color blinds exist. Color blinds also called daltonism.
Until now po ba, you're still colorblind?
Yes, and they're so cute for it, except for the sunglasses that already invented in 2012, which is called Enchroma.
Before you were scientist, philosopher, meteorologist, who were you back then?
I was born in Eaglesfield, United Kingdom, and belong to the Quaker family. Baka sabihin nyo na oatmeal yun hindi yun.
Oo nga po, no? Akala ko po natuloy oatmeal na.
Quaker family means I belong to a Christian group that we treat our society like friends. So the Quaker family is also called Society of Friends. And that doesn't mean that me and my family to belong to a Quaker family ay mayaman na. Hindi yun. Hindi.
Pero Mr. Dalton, your society is an ideal for all of us. The Society of Friends. Bongga! Mr. Dalton, maliban po sa scientist kayo, maaari po ba niyong mabago ang society ng lahat? Para walang away, lahat maayos?
Kung pwede lang, no, why not coconut? Ito kasi society na lahat kami is religious at turingan na kaibigang pamilya, kumbaga kapatiran.
Opo, Mr. Dalton, matanong ko lang po, no? Bago po kayo maging isang ganap na scientist at philosopher, saan po nagsimula ang lahat?
So, nag-start lahat when I turned 12 years old na magturo at maging guro. Halos pagtuturo ako nakapagturo na rin ako sa Quaker School in Kendall. Then I also teach in Burgeoning City, and I've also decided to join the Manchester Literary and Philosophical Society. And doon na nag-start yung mga learnings ko in our environment, pati na yung pag-discover ko sa facilities ng laboratory. Well, I started to write a daily recording of the weather, and the book of it was Meteorological Observation in the year 1793.
Sabi nga po ng guro ko noon, you're the first scientist explaining the atom's behavior. Pati na raw po yung timbang at sukat nila. Tama po?
Yes, actually bago pa man ang nag-start yung pagtuklas ko sa atom, I started to experiment more into gas. Eh syempre, curiosity hits me. Then ito naman yung 3 laws that I've discovered based on atomic theory. First, the law of conservation of mass behavior nito. Yung atoms are identical but have different sizes, mass, and have different compounds of chemical element or yung number in a periodic table. Second, the law of definite proportions. That the chemical compound, palagi siyang meron na eksaktong katulad ng isang proportion of elements by mass. Third, the law of multiple proportion. There are compounds made up of the same elements tulad ng carbon monoxide o yung CO and carbon dioxide o yung CO2. Yung compounds sa yun ay carbon C, atoms and oxygen O. Atoms, however, the ratios of carbon and oxygen in each compounds is different pero pwedeng ipagdikit o magsama.
Grabe, hindi po ba kayo nahirapan nung tinutuklasan yung atom?
Well, is that not easy eh? Kasi imagine atoms are such tiny particles, so there were lots of processes in studying. It will take a lot of time, and this theory, we know that this will be helpful, especially for other scientists, researchers, and other professionals. As we can see, chemical elements are everywhere, and we can just simplify that there are behaviors for each atom.
Nakakaloka pala maging scientist, no? Sana all kay Mr. Dalton. Favorite ka siguro ni Lord dahil ang talino nyo. Napapabilib nyo ako, Mr. Dalton. Kaya laking pasalamat rin you shared what you discovered. Because of you, we much more understand the importance of an atom. Sana all, na kahit parang imposible makita, nakita pa nyo ang hinahanap nyo.
Just like you, Miss Jessica, nakita mo na kasi na rin si Ed Kaluwag.
Ay, kaloka naman, Diyos ko. Hindi po. We're wondering, pwede po ba namin makita ang nagawa mong elements?
Yeah, sure. Ito. Ayan. Ha?
Ay, grabe mga ka-science, oh. Kakaiba talaga sa periodic table elements ngayon. Wala pa po ba dito yung electron configuration, no?
Yes, yung mga AR, 3D. That was study of Niels Bohr, yung electron configuration.
Grabe mga ka-science, parang drawing lang sila.
Drawing sum talaga yan eh.
Ay, drawings po ba? What about your love life? For sure, maraming rin ka-science natin ako curious sa tulad nyong scientist.
Walang mas pinili ko na lang maging faithful sa kanya. Mas pinatibay ko na lang yung pagiging Quaker blood. Sa totoo lang nga, di ba nga poor kami dati noon, I still declined the invitation as a member of a Royal Society.
You still have chosen to be who you are as before po, no?
Exactly, Miss Jessica.
Wow! So far, nalaman ko po naman yung mga gusto nyong malaman at ng mga ating mga ka-science. I salute you, Mr. Dalton. For a job well done. Malaki-laki din po ang naging contribution nyo sa atoms. Thank you very much for that.
It's my pleasure po.
Moving on kay Mr. Avogadro. Hello, Mr. Avogadro. It was very nice meeting you.
Same to you, Miss Jessica Neutron.
Balita ko po, napaka-importante ng Avogadro's number na inyo pong constant of chemistry. Ano nga po ulit, Mr. Avogadro, ang Avogadro's constant? At bakit pa ito napakahalaga?
Bago ko sagutin ang tanong mo, Miss Jessica Neutron, maaari ko bang mayroon ang salamin mo, Mr. Dalton? Upang makita ko ang kagandahan ni Miss Jessica Neutron.
Pagawa ka na kasi.
Okay, 6.0221 4086 times 1023 mole negative 1. This constants 6.022 times 1023. It represents the atoms, molecules, or ions in 1 mole of substance.
Yung iba pong mga ka-science, kilala na kayo. Nag-start, I think, sa pagkakilala sa inyo when they were junior high school. Of course, naku-curious sila kung sino kayo noon bago pang maging ganap na scientists of Avogadro's law and an atom. May you tell us about your past, Mr. Avogadro?
I am an Italian artistic, or known as an upper class. My mother is a nobleman where she was in right of her own, and my father is a magistrate and senator.
What was your story before you invented Avogadro's law?
Alright, before when I graduated in college, I used to work practice in the legal career dahil yun ang gusto ng father ko. But I lost interest in it. Then I just found out what about another interest that I want to take. Yung bang feeling ko na parang masyadong madali yung ginagawa ko. Gusto ko naman yung unique that I can improve my intellectual. And more likely, I want to take the subjects of physics and math.
So you've changed your career.
Yes, Miss Jessica. Then I secretly studied the subject of prominent mathematician, which means ito yung mga laws na ibang mathematicians or what we call their formulas, equations, and more than related to math. With the help of my brother Philens, I already published one book that was my first scientific paper.
Talaga? Wow! Di naman po ba kayo nahirapan? Lalo na math yun. Math is my hate.
No, I wasn't. Because I have to use my critical thinking abilities.
Critical thinker yarn? Sana all. What about your finance for the tuition of your school, Mr. Avogadro?
Hindi naman ako nahirapan. I can pay them naman. Since we are upper class, as I have interest in electrons and I also enjoy writing. Then, one day, I was only in the laboratory and since I study physics and mathematicians, I experimental with the gas and the synthesis. Then I also explained there that the law of Gray-Lussac that I combine his volume gases using my law.
Grabe! Naka-proud naman po kayo. Pero matanong ko lang po kayo, Mr. Avogadro. Meron rin po ba kayong love life?
Of course, asawa ko na.
Ay mga ka-science, hashtag sana all!
Oo. Her name is Felicita Mazil. And we have 6 children. All of them are boys. And I also want to have a girl that looks like my wife.
Oh, sayang naman po. Mrs. Avogadro, kung nanonood man po kayo, gawa ko po kayo ng isa. Anyway, thank you very much, Mr. Avogadro, for sharing your knowledge and contribution about atom.
You're welcome, Miss Jessica Neutron.
Okay, moving on, and lastly, kay Mr. Brown.
Di ko nga nakakayanan ng pagiging the great philosopher niyan.
Makukulit rin palang mga ito, nakakaloka. Pero halos mukhang seryoso yung itsura niyo po. Kamusta po kayo, Mr. Brown?
Always been good. Always fine but not confined.
Hi, Mr. Brown.
But not brown, diba?
Kung may philosopher,
May pilosopo. Ay, expert yan sa pagdating sa pilosopohan. Sa paligid, ang ganda ah.
thank you po, Mr. Brown. Sabi po nila, you are also known botanist. May you tell us what botanist is?
Botanist is someone who studies botany. Botany is the study of plant from the smallest bacteria to large living things, yung pinaka mas the best na. I discovered is the cell nuclei. When I was studying plant, I observed the pollen grain and water. Were moving and there are ovals moving inside and out. The pollen grain and that we call the nucleus of the cell.
That which you called Brownian motion. Tama po ba, Mr. Brown?
Yes, Brownian motion is also called random motion or the movement of particles ng mismong fluid. Fluid ng liquid gas. Palutang-lutang yung Brownian motion and ando dun din yung either the one of hand cell movement moving by a minute that are immersed in fluid random or other hand, the mathematical movement by random. Mathematical movement are among the simplest continuous time by the stochastic process. Yung bang table na may imaginary drawing zigzag ng sa hangin, pa-zigzag-zigzag, it's called the stationary Paschen process.
Sa madaling salita po, the Brownian motion refers to the movements of the cell, and the mathematical movements of mathematical.
Exactly.
Ang galing naman po. Paano po ba niyo makita yung smallest bacteria na yon?
Using my magic microscope.
Well,
Lodi ko yan, Miss Jessica. Well, tulad nga na sinabi ko, I am a botanist, of course, as a scientist, and having the power to see the smallest bacteria, why not to try to look at the evidence kung yung bang atom ay nakikita. I was curious about that
So, ayun, I started to try. Talagang pinaka-look ko na rin nun. Then, I saw the atom exists. Well, ganito kasi yun. Ganito kasi talaga, di ba? Di ba nga, ang Brownian motion are already discovered. Then, Albert Einstein is the one who helped me that atoms exist. How did that help me? So, he started to suggest or more like thesis, kumbaga yung gamit ng Brownian motion, which is propose is can see the movement of particles na nagko-collide with molecules. Then scientists approved that Albert Einstein suggests molecules and atom with help of Brownian motion of mind, that atoms exist all manners.
Grabe pala. So you're the first botanist who has evidence that atom exists po?
Wala ka sa left.
Because I'm right.
Yes!
Oo nga naman. Pero Mr. Brown, ang galing lang po, no? Kasi you're just human but you gifted intelligence. Ganun rin po ba kayo, Mr. Dalton and Mr. Avogadro? Sana all!
So, are you Miss Jessica Neutron?
You are also.
Yes, you're also intelligent and amazing.
Oh! Thank you po. Speaking of gifted po, may love of my life na rin po ba kayo?
Well, wala, since I'm also busy as a botanist.
So, si Mr. Avogadro lang palang may live lot dito, no? Sana all. Anyways, since nasagot nyo na po halos lahat ng questions, pwede po ba kayo magpa-games? Kasi kung ako ho, magpapa-games, hindi pa siguro ako nagtatanong, may sagot na kayo.
Ano kaya papag-games natin? Okay, for sure. No worries, Miss Jessica Neutron. Ang naisip namin, hindi parang games, di ba? Kanina pa lang, hindi yun games, kundi trivia. Ang pandagdag kaalaman din sa inyo sa mga ka-science natin.
Wow! Nakaka-excite naman! Sure, that was a brilliant idea po at makakatulong upang mas makilala po namin ang inyong mga works. Abangan ang susunod na mga patrivia ng ating mga philosophers.
When you want to save humans from disease, ask science. It will make the breakthrough because science is relentless. It never gives up. It keeps asking questions until it finds what it's looking for. Science wants to cure people in more than any disease want to exist. Just ask the one that already beat it. But science is humble, it never rests. Because it has to reinvent itself every day, prove itself again and again, until science makes the breakthrough. It isn't done. We believe science can cure everyone. And we're going all in. Because in the end, science will win.
Want your skin like regularly visit the dermatologist? Recommended try new Kojiko Soap 3-in-1, 3 benefits in 1 bar. It whitens using papaya, alum, and calamansi extract for that dazzling fair skin. It's moisturized with the power of coconut oil, aloe vera, and milk for that baby soft smooth skin. It protects from disease-causing germs with Kojiko's 3-in-1 antimicrobial formula. For only 30 pesos each, you can have 2 for only 50 SRP. You get skincare like that of a dermatologist. Available at your nearest sari-sari stores and groceries.
Sinabon mo, ngunit kulang.
Bakit ganon? Sinabon ko naman! Ayaw kuminis!
Girl, tama ng drama. After washing your face, use Eskinol. It cleans teeth to help remove pimples, blackheads, and whiteheads. Ang linis nga! That's why it's makinis. Linis, linis! Eskinol cleans teeth for linis, kinis skin.
Did you know that putting a lot of layers of makeup and taking it off can make skin dry and wrinkled? Like this. Worry no more. With the new Nivea Fair and Glow Micellar Cleanser 0% alcohol with Hokkaido Rose Extract that has 36 times more antioxidants, turning dull and tired to glowing skin. Glow, get it girl, and we change the way we cleanse. We go that doesn't dry our skin. We go for 0% alcohol. About 9 over 10 Filipinos agree. Switch to Nivea Extra White Micellar Cleanser. Like a magnet, it effectively lifts dirt and hard to remove makeup. Without stripping, moisture leaves skin baby soft and smooth. Change the way you cleanse. Nivea Micellar works perfectly as a cleanser and makeup remover. It uses specially formulated micellar water to gently and effectively remove dirt and makeup from your face, eyes, and lips without the need to rub or rinse. Cleansing, soothing, and non-greasy without leaving residue, it allows your skin to breathe. Now available oil control micellar cleanser starts at 99 SRP.
Ready na po ba kayo? Wala po ba kayong mga sama ng loob?
Yes, Miss Jessica, ready na!
I was born ready.
Meron!
Ano pong meron, Mr. Brown?
Meron pong sama ng loob. Joke lang po.
Akala ko naman talaga. Okay, sino pong mauuna?
Let me start. Mga ka-science, did you know that I had to wear red when I was given the doctorate degree, and ironically, I couldn't even see the color because I was color blinded.
Wow! That was interesting and very amazing fact or trivia about you, Mr. Dalton. At the same time, it was quite funny. Okay, Mr. Avogadro, I think you're next.
Okay, ka-science, did you know that I began college education when I was 13 years old and I graduated at the age of 16?
Wow! Grabe yon. Ako ilang taon na ako nag-aaral, Diyos ko. Yan ang sana all.
Yes, and by the time I was 20, I received my PhD and Doctor of Philosophy.
That was indeed great. I am amazed about that. Hope all talaga. Okay, you're the last one, Mr. Brown.
Okay mga ka-science, did you know that I am the first person to begin experimenting with a microscope in 1827? I used microscopy to discover and look at those grains of pollen moving randomly in water. This is pollen pattern of continuous oscillating motion. This is motion named by me and it is called Brownian motion. Malamang ipapangalan to sa akin kasi ako ang nakadiscover eh.
Kaya naman.
That's great. Oh naman, Mr. Brown. You're very witty talaga. Nakakabilib ka. Nakakabilib kayong tatlo. Our science and I learn a lot from the three of you. Thank you for sharing with us your contribution in life science and especially in atoms, its structure, and its development. Saludo po kami sa inyo.
Thank you po,
Miss
Miss Jessica Neutron, and thank you sa mga ka-science.
We're happy to share our knowledge and contributions para sa inyo mga ka-science.
Nothing is indifferent. Nothing is powerless in the universe. An atom might destroy everything. An atom might save everything. Nagustuhan mo ba ang kwento nito? I-tweet na! #SanaAllPhilosopher and SanaAllBrainy. Maraming salamat po mga kasayans sa panonood ng aming video. Hanggang sa muli mga kasayans. Ako po ang inyong kasayans mo, Jessica Neutron. Tweety, nagustuhan mo ba ang kwentong ito? I-tweet na! Hashtag!
Miss Jessica Neutron, magandang araw po.
Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Magandang araw, Miss Nel. Ang bobo mo!